Hey everyone, my name is Nathan Pay and welcome to another episode of Blu Ocean Crypto. Today we're going to talk about how to progress in the beta, because there's a couple different approaches that you can really take when it comes to your base. You know, do you rush your headquarters to unlock all the features so you can explore the game? Should you not? Should you max out your base each time until you move up because maybe you can defend your resources? So let's dive right into it, and I'm going to theory craft this with you guys and kind of explain my strategy and what I've been doing. So firstly, you can see this is my base here. I'm already HQ level 4. Now I'm going to show you another base where it's not rushed. Now for any of you Clash of Clans players out there, you hear the word rush base, you cringe, right? Everyone knows it's a big faux pas. You don't do it. But in the beta right now, it is a viable strategy. You know, we don't have alliances yet. We don't have wars. We don't have to worry about war weight and if that even exists and how that really works. So for this account, I'm rushing. So basically what I've been doing is prioritizing my collectors and my storages right off the hop. Because the collectors, you can see if we open up this oil rig level 4, we've got a current capacity showing up at the top. Current production is 800 an hour. You know, this is level 4. You can see I'm upgrading another one over here to level 5. This is level 4. This one's level 7. So let's take a look at the difference here. This is 1600 oil an hour. So obviously a big jump up. So really what I've been doing with this is, and this is what I recommend for people who want to try this approach, you really just focus on your collectors and your storage. And the storage is really just to facilitate the upgrade cost of your headquarters and the upgrade cost of the collectors. So for example, in order to upgrade your oil rig, you can see it costs gold, right? So we need to make sure that we have enough gold capacity to even be able to afford the upgrades. Like here's a better example. If I show you the oil rig level 7, it costs 25,000 to go to the next level. Well, if my gold storages were not high enough level, I would have to increase that so that my max gold could be able to afford me to get that upgrade. So there's this balance back and forth between oil and gold. You can kind of push gold a little faster because the HQ costs get expensive. Like right now, that's basically what I'm working on. It's 180,000 to go up to level 5. And I clearly do not have the capacity for that, right? I've only got a 90,000 capacity. But in order to upgrade my gold storage to level 6, I need 25,000 oil. And I need 50 technically. We can see that the capacity is going to add another 55,000. So if I know I need 180,000, my capacity is already only at 90. I've got to do both. So that's what I was working on, is I just got my max capacity of my oil up to 37,000 by upgrading the storage. I got one level 5, one level 4. That's all I need for now. But I've also been making sure to upgrade the rigs because I need to get the oil to upgrade the gold storages. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense, right? You're using your gold storages and your gold collectors need oil. Your oil storages and your oil rigs need gold. So there is this kind of back and forth balance. Now there's a huge risk with doing this. This base is super weak. If I log out, I'm getting hit hard and I'm probably getting wrecked, right? Haven't upgraded any of my defenses, right? We've got sniper towers, turret towers, level 1. So people can just come through and clear the base. Now, that's kind of a thing. It's like, well, do you level some defenses maybe to protect your resources? That's really up to you to kind of figure out. But this is an appropriate strategy right now because we don't have wars, we don't have to worry about the alliance aspect, and I'm sure as soon as you get to higher headquarters, that's where the no rushing bases are going to be very, very important. Now, with that in mind, let's zip over to my other base where I did the opposite. I am maxing everything at HQ level 3, and we can talk about that.
I want to play.
Okay, so now we're over at my other base. This is HQ level 3, where like I said, I'm maxing absolutely everything out before progressing to the next headquarters. Completely opposite strategy from the other base. So, and talk to any pro Clash of Clans players, they'll tell you this is the way to go, right? Especially when it comes to wars and alliances. You know, this is where it matters. Now, the disadvantage with the other base you guys seen, I'm gonna get wrecked, right? I'm locked out right now. I'm probably getting attacked and I'm gonna lose a ton of the gold that I just showed you guys. With this one, I don't have that risk because I'm leveling up my defenses. You know, I have the motor, which is something I didn't even build on the other base. This is fantastic for dealing with warrior and marine attacks. this really negates kind of those spam attacks that you've seen me do, which I generally do for resource collection. So first thing I did is I did prioritize the collectors again. That's something I recommend everyone do right off the bat because it just really helps you with the resource generation aspect and getting what you need. So you can see I've got 2 oil rigs maxed out. There's a third one getting maxed out right now. When I say maxed out, I mean for HQ level 3. We've got the gold collectors all maxed out. I made sure to upgrade the sniper tower. We've got the turrets, which I think I can do another upgrade on, but it's an hour, costs 15,000 gold. So I've still got 2 levels to go in the turret. I can't quite do the motor until next HQ. We come up here, we can see my rally points. I'm getting them maxed out. I've got it at level 3. So right now I can do 35, which will be 70, and I'm almost finished the other rally point. I've got my laboratory I can't upgrade until next level. So really the only thing left is these 2 turrets, and there might be something else hiding around here that I could upgrade to. No, it's just the 2 turrets after this. So 2 turrets in the walls. There's also, right now I'm currently researching an upgrade to my warriors. So, really to max everything, I should go through and max all the unit upgrades here before moving up. Now, that's where I feel like most of the oil and gold is going to be spent on once the defensive structures are done and the trash buildings and the barracks and the rally points, all that's upgraded. I got to funnel everything into walls. Walls can get a little bit expensive, right? You can see level 2. To go from level 1 to level 2 is 1,000 gold. To go from level 2 to level 3 is 5,000. And then level 3 to level 4 is 10,000. But I can't go up there. So it caps it out at your HQ level. At least that's what it seems like right now. So this is my preferred strategy, right? I want to max everything. I want to get all my defenses up. I would rather protect my loot, not push for a really high base so I can get a strong army, but have a really shitty base essentially. Both strategies are viable right now. I don't necessarily think they'll be recommended, once the game is launched and alliances and wars and stuff will be more in consideration. You're probably going to want to make sure you're maxing your base before progressing. For us in BOG and our alliance, it's a requirement, right? So when you get into the competitive higher tiers, we will not allow rushed bases in the esports team. Now, it has a negative impact on wars and pairings and clash. We don't know if that's going to be the case here in Mavia. But even still, we're just setting that baseline right now. For esports and warriors, you are not allowed to have a rushed base. But these first few HQ levels is kind of where, you can get away with it, so to speak. So that's why I'm doing both. I'm trying one account where I'm rushing to 5, seeing what that's like. I can already tell the weaknesses. I'm losing a lot of loot, so it might arguably be harder to finish upgrading because I have to catch up on all my defenses. Where if I take a look at this count, you can see, look, I'm at 17 defenses won. I think the other one was like 6, right? So I'm obviously winning a lot more defenses. People are taking a lot less loot. I'm feeling like my resources are more well protected. This is my preferred strategy, but I wanted to get an opportunity to kind of show you guys both, what it's like rushing or what it's like taking your time. And I really feel like those are the 2 go-to strategies right now in the beta. Of course, when many more people come in, things might change. There's going to be a lot more opponents to find. Maybe it's going to be easier to raid. Maybe there's going to be more priority there. So of course, as these strategies change, we'll be the first ones to let you know. But those are really the main 2 routes right now: rushing or maxing out. But even with both strategies, you need to prioritize your collectors right from the beginning, because the amount of extra resources that it helps you generate really does make a big difference. Okay, if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure that you do. Of course, we're going to be having tons of Mavia content coming out for you guys on a consistent basis. It's the primary focus of our channel. And also with our Web3 Game Guild, this is our primary game that we're invested in. So really forward to kind of bringing you guys all along on this ride. And smash that like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm get this great content out there. I'm sure there's tons of other people that want to see the Mavia beta. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.